What if deleting social media is the best thing you can do for your fertility journey? Better than any supplement, better than any detox protocol, better than even IVF. In today's video, I'm going to share with you why social media is stopping you from conceiving your baby and why you should go all out and hit the delete button, or at the very least, take a very well-deserved digital detox to conceive your baby. 4 months ago, I did something radical. I deleted all of my social media accounts. Now, as a digital business owner, everyone told me it was business suicide. But it turns out that it wasn't, and it was the best thing that I've ever done. It's changed the way that I create, connect with my community, and how I live. And through the process of deleting my own social media, I realized how valuable and how important it is for a woman who is trying to conceive a baby to, at the very least, take an extended digital detox break when she is trying to get pregnant. We are living in a very fast-paced reality. We are living in a world where we are constantly being bombarded with images, messages, information. There is a war being waged upon us for our consciousness, and the currency is our attention span. Being a digital business owner, I was trapped in the thinking that I needed to be on social media, that I needed to be making reels every day to TikTok and Instagram, and if I didn't, I wouldn't be found or I wouldn't be seen. But I ended up spending all of my time making reels and content, and then my mood was dictated by whether I got a like or how many followers I got on a certain video. And it was very disheartening to my soul, and I felt very depressed. My relationship with social media was very toxic. It was not good for me, and it was not good for my soul. So eventually, after much heartfelt feeling, I just decided that it was taking so much more than it was giving me. So I made the decision, and I deleted all the apps. And it would take 2 full months off social media before I realized social media is robbing you of your presence. It is robbing you for your attention. These apps want us distracted, because when we are distracted, we are not powerful. When we are distracted, we cannot be in the present moment. And then it hit me. You cannot conceive a baby when you are constantly being distracted and outside of yourself. When you are trying to conceive a baby, you are calling a baby into your physical womb space. You are calling a baby in. When you are constantly being distracted outside of yourself, you are not in receiver mode, because your energy is constantly going outside of you. It cannot come into you. Now, why does social media rob you of your ability to get pregnant? Why does it take you away and detract you from getting pregnant? Because you are externalizing outside of yourself. Now, if you're like me and you're trying to get pregnant, then you're scrolling pregnancy stuff. You're following pregnancy people. You're looking at baby stuff. And every time you are on social media and you see pregnancy announcements, you see pregnancy things, you see people traveling with their babies, it makes you feel less than. It takes you outside of yourself, and it shines a light on what other people have and you don't yet have. It puts you in a place of, over there they've got that and here I don't. If you see pregnancy announcements and it makes you feel less than, social media is robbing you of your life and your connection to your body and your spirit baby. And these cycles continue. Have you ever told yourself you've doom scrolled potentially, and you're looking at pregnancy announcements and it makes you feel bad about yourself, and then you say, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to go doom scrolling and look at these things again. And then ta-da, the next day or the day after that, once again, you find yourself doom scrolling. These cycles repeat themselves over and over and over. And it's not your fault. We got the smartest minds in the world creating these apps and making it so that they are addictive, so that we are focusing over there and not in here. It's designed this way to keep us distracted from ourselves and from our highest all-knowing self. But you have the power to change it. You're one decision away from deciding that you are not going to allow yourself to be distracted by social media. Why does this matter to get off social media? It matters because your nervous system requires stillness and safety to hold your baby. Your nervous system requires calm to be able to conceive your baby. And in the next video I'm making after today, I'm going to talk about one of the hidden trauma responses, which is the freeze response. Everyone knows about fight or flight, but most people don't talk about freeze. And freeze is the biggest trauma response that happens in fertility. And I'm going to pop this in the next video up here. So the freeze response is a nervous system response. So when we're constantly scrolling on social media and we're being distracted and we're feeling less than by things that we're seeing or witnessing on social media, it affects our nervous system. So getting off social media, or at least taking a well-deserved break, is going to allow your nervous system to heal and to come in a place of calmness, because your body cannot conceive a baby when it feels unsafe. Why else do we want to have a break off social media? The comparison game, constantly comparing ourselves to other people, constantly looking at other women who have their baby, other women who are putting out pregnancy announcements. Every little announcement, every little thing we see on social media is a tiny little sucker punch in our stomach that they have what we don't have. This comparison game robs you of your energy. So if we think about all of the things on social media that are robbing us of our energy, is any wonder anyone's getting pregnant and having babies at all, because everyone is externalizing themselves over here instead of focusing on their own life. When you focus on your own life, when you be present in the moment, you become powerful. I have never been more powerful in my life since I took a break from social media. In my case, a permanent break. Having a break from social media or doing a digital detox is what I like to call the sacred pause on the fertility journey. It doesn't have to be I'm giving up social media permanently. It could be I'm doing a digital detox to make room for my baby. People clean out their houses all the time. They clean out their properties, they clean out their bedroom, they clean out their wardrobe. A digital detox, a social media detox, cleans out your soul. It cleans out your nervous system. It gets rid of all this heavy energy that you've been carrying. It allows space to be created so that your baby can land into your womb. So what are some actionable steps we can do to have a social media detox? You know, it could look like removing all of the apps off your phone. Of course, you may need social media for work. Some people do, and that's okay. But take the apps at least off of your phone and have, how do you feel when we talk about let's take the app off your phone? I feel like, I couldn't do that. Then you need to do a social media detox more than anyone. If the thought of taking the app off your phone puts you into a nervous system panic, then you are being called more than anyone. So for a period of time, journal, meditate, be present. Eat your food without looking at your phone or a device. Go to the coffee shop and don't have your phone with you. It can be very uncomfortable in the beginning, but I promise you, if you commit to a digital detox, you are that much closer to conceiving your baby. Your baby wants your nervous system to feel safe. And a social media detox is going to create that opportunity for you. May your baby land safely and gracefully in your womb.